Hello, folks. Today I'm going to talk about an interview that I saw between Fight Hub and famed trainer Abel Sanchez in regards to the David Benavidez fight versus David Morrell fight this weekend. And Abel Sanchez mentioned that he believed this fight's going to go the distance or a draw. And if any one of those fighters win, it's going to be either between 1 or 2 points. It's going to be the outcome for them to win the fight. And I'm going to give my opinion about this. I don't agree with what Abel Sanchez is saying. I believe David Benavidez is going to beat up David Morrell in a slugfest. And at the end of 12 rounds, or before, I got David Benavidez winning this fight. Now, Abel Sanchez mentioned to Fight Hub that whoever wins this shouldn't be thinking about fighting Artur Bertovich or Dmitry Bivol. And I disagree with that too. I believe that David Benavidez and David Morrell will beat either one of Artur Bertovich or Dmitry Bivol. And for the simple reason is Artur Bertovich just turned 40 years old. Dmitry Bivol is 34. The two young lions, which is David Benavidez, is only 28, and David Morrell is 27. And I think David Benavidez is either 28 or 29. But either way, they're in their prime. And I believe they could take these two other fighters and beat them. So I disagree with what he's saying. Also, this is the same Abel Sanchez that said that Errol Spence Jr. is going to beat Terence Crawford when they fought. He mentioned that Errol Spence has a better jab, he's stronger, he's going to maneuver Crawford and beat up Crawford. And guess what happened? The opposite. Crawford destroyed Errol Spence Jr. And this is the same Abel Sanchez that said that Triple G Golovkin could beat Andre Ward. And that fight never happened because Andre Ward would have beat up Triple G. And this is my opinion. Andre Ward would have destroyed Triple G. And Triple G kept calling Andre Ward, but he didn't want to move up to 168 pounds. So what I'm trying to say about all this is that a lot of times these trainers are wrong. They make mistakes. They fall in love with a fighter and they pick that fighter because they believe he's going to win, and that's not the case. I believe David Benavidez is going to beat David Morrell. And I believe either David Benavidez or David Morrell is going to beat either one of these two fighters, Artur Bertovich or Dmitry Bivol. I believe that Bertovich is on his way out, and Dmitry is going to follow him not too long after that. There's levels to this game. And I believe that the two Davids, they're only going to get better. And I'm not knocking Abel Sanchez. I think he's a good trainer. He's been around for a long time. He's doing his thing. I tip my hat off to him. But he's wrong in a lot of these situations. When Terence Crawford was fighting Errol Spence, a lot of fighters pick Errol Spence to win. And they were wrong. So a lot of times they only seen things from a different angle. In other words, they're not always right. Just like Abel Sanchez is not always right. Abel Sanchez is a smart trainer. He says the right thing. But in this situation, he's wrong. I don't feel that Artur Bertovich or Dmitry Bivol is going to beat these two young lions. Just like I felt that Terence Crawford was going to beat Errol Spence Jr. And in regards to Triple G, I think Triple G was overrated. He should have fought Andre Ward. The only decent fighter that Triple G has in his record is Canelo. He went 36 rounds with Canelo, and he didn't win. And I'm not hating on Triple G, decent fighter, but Abel Sanchez was saying one of the best middleweights of this time. Of course, you're the best middleweight. You're fighting a lot of nobodies, and you have to think about this. All those fighters that Triple G beat, you think they could last with Roy Jones Jr. or Marvelous Marvin Hagler? No, they won't even last with them. They would get destroyed by them. So a lot of times these boxing experts, they don't know much. And I'm not saying that Abel Sanchez doesn't know anything because he's a famed trainer and he knows what he's doing. But sometimes they make mistakes, and that's my thing I'm saying about this. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and thank you for joining me.